Hey there, fellow truth seekers. Today, we're diving into a topic that's as intriguing as it is controversial: 10 darkest manipulation tactics women use to control you. Don't worry, this isn't about throwing shade at anyone. It's about opening your eyes and arming yourself with knowledge, because, as they say, forewarned is forearmed. Now before we get into it, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you never miss an eye-opening discussion. And if you've got stories or insights, drop them in the comments below. Let's get into it. Let's kick things off with a classic: weaponized tears. Ever been in a disagreement that suddenly turned into a tearful symphony? Studies have shown that crying can elicit empathy and diffuse tension. But when used manipulatively, it becomes a powerful tool to control the narrative. One minute you're arguing about whose turn it is to do the dishes, and the next, you're apologizing for everything you've ever done wrong since birth. It's not about the tears themselves. Crying is human. It's about when the waterworks are timed so perfectly that they're practically Oscar-worthy. Seriously, if manipulation was an Olympic sport, this would be the gold medal event. It's like arguing with someone who has a superpower that instantly melts your resolve. Gents, if this happens often, it might be time to ask, what's the motive here? But hey, no need to grab tissues for yourself just yet. Next up is the classic silent treatment, aka the emotional freeze-out. Psychologists refer to this as a form of emotional withdrawal that creates anxiety and forces compliance. Imagine coming home after a long day saying, "Hey, how was your day?" and getting total radio silence. You start wondering, what did I do wrong? Did I breathe too loud? Did I accidentally leave the toilet seat up? It's like living with a human ice sculpture that only thaws when you've sufficiently groveled. The silent treatment is the emotional equivalent of putting someone in a timeout, except you're an adult and have no idea why you're in trouble. If you've experienced this, let us know in the comments. Or hey, maybe just blink twice if you're still in the freeze zone. Who doesn't love a guilt trip? Oh, that's right, nobody. This tactic is like being hit with a heavy emotional hammer. Research in social psychology suggests that guilt is a potent motivator for compliance. Phrases like, "If you loved me, you'd do this," or "After everything I've done for you," are the bread and butter of this strategy. It's like being cast as the villain in a play you didn't even audition for. And let's not forget the dramatic monologues. "Oh no, don't worry about me, I'll just sit here and suffer in silence." Right, because nothing screams low drama like a passive-aggressive guilt trip. Fellas, remember, you're not responsible for single-handedly holding up someone's emotional world. Unless you're a Marvel superhero, and even then, you deserve a break. Ah, the victim card. It's like a wild card in Uno, but much more strategic. The goal here is to shift blame and gain sympathy. According to psychologists, playing the victim can be a way to avoid accountability while gaining emotional leverage. Have you ever been in a situation where someone's mishap magically becomes your fault? I forgot to text you back because I was so busy thinking about how you might not care about me anymore. What kind of reverse logic sorcery is that? It's like a magician pulling a rabbit out of a hat and then blaming you for the rabbit's stage fright. Remember, healthy relationships thrive on accountability, not a blame game. Don't fall for the act unless there's an intermission where you can opt out. Now here's one of the darkest tactics: gaslighting. This psychological manipulation tactic makes you question your reality. Common phrases include, "That never happened," "You're overreacting," or "You're imagining things." Gaslighting can erode your self-esteem and make you doubt your own experiences. Studies suggest that consistent gaslighting can lead to anxiety and depression. It's like being trapped in a psychological funhouse where nothing feels real anymore. It's so insidious that you're left wondering, wait, did I leave the milk out, or is it even milk anymore? Guys, if this resonates with you, don't second guess yourself, trust your instincts, and if you catch someone gaslighting you, just calmly ask, "Isn't this the part where you tell me it's all in my head?" Mic drop. Here's a tactic that's as old as time: withholding affection. This is where intimacy or closeness is dangled like a carrot on a stick to manipulate behavior. Ever hear, "Well, I'd feel closer to you if you just did what I asked"? Yeah, that's not affection. That's conditional love, and it's a power play. It's like being in a video game where you're constantly trying to unlock the next level. but the rules keep changing. One day it's flowers, the next it's fixing the leaky faucet. Experts warn that this tactic can create emotional dependency, leaving you constantly chasing validation. If it feels like you're applying for emotional loans with high interest rates, it's time to close the account and start investing in yourself. Here's one for the books: playing dumb. It's when someone pretends not to understand something to get out of responsibility or to shift the burden onto you. "Oh, I'm not good with money, can you handle all the bills?" Or, "I'm just not tech savvy, can you fix my laptop for the third time this week?" It's like handing someone a baton in a relay race, only to realize they've turned it into a marshmallow stick and walked off. It's clever because it makes you feel needed while quietly dumping responsibilities onto your plate. Don't fall for it, folks. Just politely suggest a tech class or a joint budget meeting. Bonus points if you say it with a straight face while handing them a how-to manual. Love bombing. This one's sneaky because it starts so sweetly. It's an intense burst of affection, compliments, and gifts that feels amazing at first. But then, it's used to manipulate and control. Research shows that love bombing is often a precursor to more controlling behaviors. It's like getting hooked on sugar, addictive but not exactly healthy. If someone's being excessively charming and then flipping the script to control you, that's your cue to step back. It's the emotional equivalent of being offered free candy from a stranger with a suspicious van. Love shouldn't feel like a ride at an amusement park, exciting but with a high chance of whiplash. Let's talk about jealousy games. This is where subtle hints or actions are used to make you feel insecure or territorial. Maybe they mention an ex a little too fondly, or talk about how many people were checking them out at the gym. Why? To keep you on your toes and make you work harder for their attention. According to relationship experts, jealousy games are unhealthy and erode trust. It's like dangling a shiny object just out of reach, but the object is your sanity. If you notice this pattern, it's time for a serious conversation. Or, just casually mention how attractive your dentist is and watch the tables turn. Last but definitely not least, ultimatums. "Do this or else" is the ultimate power move. It forces you into a corner, making you choose between two bad options. Ultimatums might work short-term, but they're a sign of control, not compromise. Healthy relationships are about negotiation and understanding, not ultimatums. So if you're getting boxed in, it's time to reevaluate. Or you could play their game back. "Fine, I'll do it, but only if you agree to watch all 12 seasons of my favorite show without complaining." Let's see how that goes. And there you have it, folks. 10 of the darkest manipulation tactics you should watch out for. Remember, knowledge is power. And understanding these tactics helps you build healthier relationships based on mutual respect and trust. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who needs to hear this. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join the conversation in the comments. What tactics have you encountered? Let's keep the discussion going. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay strong, stay smart, and stay you.